SA Sports Show. A little bit of a new face on the desk here, just appeared out of nowhere, just jumped out of nowhere from reading the news. Millie.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the desk.
I'm one of the big guys now.
Well, I think you're better looking than Phil Smythe, that's for sure. And Ando, you've got Ando covered as well.
Let's hope he doesn't watch this episode.
Don't know about me, but anyway. Welcome to the desk anyway. We'll catch up with you in a moment, but we're going to talk a little bit of basketball and the Adelaide Lightning, and we're joined by one of the players who's just been elevated into the main squad, Brooke Basham. Brooke.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the SA Sports Show.
Thank you.
Are you an excited person at the moment, being elevated into the Adelaide Lightning main squad?
Yeah, extremely excited. It's been a tough, long 3 years, but super excited to get started pretty soon.
3 years. 3 years.
Take us through that, Brooke. So this is part of the development squad that you've been involved in. So how many people are involved with that group, and is that?
So it's different every year. Sometimes you have more development players than others. The first year I did it, I was just a training player, so I just trained, didn't go to the games or anything, just trained. And then my second year I was a development player. We went to Queensland, we're in a hub, so that was a challenging experience in its own. And then third year, last year, I was a development player as well, so it was sort of post-COVID, so it was a little bit more normal.
Congratulations, it's just a wonderful achievement.
Appreciate it.
Obviously, you've got Nat Hurst, who's stepping up now into head coach, who was assistant coach last year. She recently said in an interview that you're just so dedicated to the games. You're one of the most dedicated players that she's seen. What drives you as a player?
Yeah, I think, at the end of the day, basketball is just what I do. It's what I love. So, I don't really see it as work. It's just something I enjoy to do every single day. But I also love winning. So I think, that has to start with an individual first for the team to be great. So that's sort of what drives me.
And Brooke, did this start when you were a young lady, Victor Harbour, I believe, where you grew up? And is that where it really all started for you? Yeah,
I played basketball since I was about 5. I had 2 older brothers that were tough on me, played in the backyard. I was just kind of brought up that way in Victor, for sure.
I was going to ask you that. Is it a family thing? Did your brothers play?
My brothers played.
Yeah.
They were all right. They're okay. They were more footy.
I think they'll be pleased to hear that. For sure. So was it your only sport growing up that you really wanted to play with? Did you have other sports in there?
I played netball just because my friends played, and it was more of a social thing. Mm-hmm. But basketball was, I always took that a little bit more seriously.
Okay.
Yeah,
and tell me about the transition now. Does that program start for you, and is the pre-season away, or you've been playing with the Flames, and that season's just winding up? Is that right?
Yeah. So we played our final on Sunday. We lost, unfortunately. So that's the end of my season for that. And I guess pre-season started the day after.
You don't
pretty
get much of a break, do you?
Yeah. So just got to move on to the next thing.
And the ladies around you that you're playing with, you've got to know them pretty well, I take it, and you've got some great experience in there as well.
Yeah. We've sort of had the same core group the last 2 years, so we've all got to know each other pretty well on and off the court. So hopefully we can sort of carry that into this year.
And Steph Talbot, she's back again?
Yeah. Steph's back. She's amazing. It's like so cool to
well,
see
it's great, isn't it? Having those type of people. Again, we were talking earlier about having the leaders around the group and how they give it. She's just a remarkable lady, and her experiences have been well documented. I think she just come playing from Seattle, I think, recently. So.
Yeah, she's still playing. They just advanced through the next round, so she'll be over there for a while.
So obviously you guys finished 4th of this season, just gone for 2022. What do you think the team needs, or what do you want to focus on for this season coming to maybe hit the top spot this year and kick off the Boomers?
Yeah, I think with our style of play, I think we're really young, we're tough. So hopefully, if our chemistry comes together, I reckon we'll be pretty tough.
Going to be a big week, going to be a big year for the Lightning. Lightning have been, they're one of my favourite teams. They're always up there, right through my time anyway. Had a bit of a down period, but they're a very, very strong outfit, to me anyway. They always were. It disappoints me when a lot of money goes elsewhere to other sports, and a club like Adelaide Lightning have to fight and scrap for sponsors and that sort of thing, because I think they're a great South Australian team, and I think that's disappointing to me, really is. But I think they're okay at the minute with sponsors, etc., etc.
Yeah. Historically, Adelaide's been really, really good, and then, like you said, there was that
club, great team.
That period of time where they're a little bit down compared to what we were. But I think this year the direction of the team, the whole organisation as a whole, I think we're sort of back to that old Adelaide Lightning that can compete with the best for sure.
You've had a little taste, haven't you? You had a little. You scored 11 points against Bendigo. Bendigo.
Yeah.
What Bendigo? A little taste, a little whatever. So you've impressed when you've been given the opportunity, which is probably why you've been elevated. Yep. The most of the girls for that week were away doing an Australian camp or something. So there was opportunity to us young new ones to play, and the WNBL is so good. You can't let an opportunity like that go. So exactly.
Tried to capitalise on it the best I could, and
We're going to be watching you very closely. You know that now. You've come into the studio. You're in trouble.
And one of our local players, that's what I love seeing too. Just the way that you're going through that career pathway, and I think you're a great model for that in particular to show. And now that you got your opportunity, it's about grabbing it with both hands.
Absolutely.
And I think as well, talking about being a leader and taking the opportunity, I know that you've done a lot of work with Port Elliot and the little girls that are playing basketball down that way. What does it feel like to be a role model for those younger girls? You were saying about, the new talent coming through. What does it mean to be, a player that people look up to and go, that's what I want to do, that's what I want to be?
Yeah, that's also why I think I love basketball so much. You can, be a role model for young girls. I remember when I was at school, I had a professional basketball female athlete come to my school when I was about 4 in reception. So that's actually what sparked me, I guess I should say, to play basketball. So now it's in reverse. It's a pretty cool feeling for sure.
It's amazing. I love that.
When
as a school person, that you remember somebody coming into your school and start talking about a sport, and you wonder what sort of effect they have. Well, there's your answer.
Never underestimate it, Barry. I think
exactly.
That's how you kind of view it, don't you? And the impact they have on young people, and this is another great example. So,
yeah.
That's it.
Brooke, well done. Thank you very much for coming in. Good luck. September, I think we start the big stuff, pre-season.
Yeah, soon. Real soon.
Tough? Is it tough?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be tough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll handle it okay. I'm sure you'll handle it okay because you'll have a smile from ear to ear because you're in the squad. So well done. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks
and good
so
luck
much.
for next season.
Appreciate
Brooke
it.
Basham, our
Thank you.
very special guest from the Adelaide Lightning Basketball Club. Back with more in just a moment.